love this.
Oh, here we go.
On a fourth and goal.
4th down and 20.
4th and 21. Not the way you want to try to extend it.
What do you got for us this week?
Okay.
Hold on. Before you go, our little intro that we have that we play of Chris Collinsworth going, "Uh-oh, here we go."
Yeah.
I heard him say that during the game on Sunday night, and I had like it was pretty funny.
Where's Chris?
Yeah. So anyway, 4th and long.
Okay, so here's a fun one. Let's just have some fun here. So one of these guys has to go.
Oh.
Wayne Gretzky, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. You can only pick 3.
Me, Chris.
Which one goes?
I can only pick 3.
You can only pick 3 of these 4.
LeBron the fuck out of here.
I'm picking LeBron.
Like, seriously.
Wayne Gretzky.
Not only is he the one with the least amount of championships, but, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky's awesome.
Wayne Gretzky will never be topped
Tom
as the
Brady's
greatest of his
staying.
sport. Same with probably Tom Brady, unless Mahomes decides that he wants to win 8. But the only discussion is Jordan, LeBron. But I'm taking 2 3-peats.
Yeah,
taking 2 3-peats.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, so you've restored my faith in the youth.
Get LeBron
then
out
understanding
of
where
Probably
the true
what I
goats
would
are.
do, too.
Okay. Okay, so here's another one. This is interesting. So the NFL, I know they're all stuck on playing all these games all over the world and all this stuff, and now they want to do a bunch down in Brazil and all of this.
Yep.
So I have a proposal. What if instead of going international, what if they look at some of the big football markets in America where there's no professional team, like say Iowa, and they play in some of these huge college stadiums?
Ooh.
What I'd like to know is what stadiums do you think would be cool to see
Alabama.
an NFL game in?
Alabama, Rocky Top, Tennessee Stadium.
But they're okay. I get that, but they have football already. And so, what about a place in the
Alabama,
middle?
then.
Like, what about Dawson, University of Montana? Like, how
That'd be
cool would that
pretty
be for Montanans?
Or going up to Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
That'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool.
It-
Or like historic sites, kind of like how MLB does like the Field
Nebraska?
of Dreams, or like the
or like
Raceway
how
game.
like UFC is fighting on like the
NFL
White
in the
House.
Sphere.
Yeah,
NFL in the Las
I
Vegas
hear what
Sphere.
you're saying. I don't think I don't.
Can you not think of one? Can you not think of where you'd like to see an
Now-
NFL
No,
game?
I can. My
Rushmore.
brain doesn't go there though. My brain goes to I don't think the NFL cares about that. The reason why they're trying to do all the international stuff is because they're trying to grow in international
money,
art.
I get it.
So so if I just kind of take my logic cap
Hawaii,
off,
NFL in Hawaii.
Hawaii
Yeah,
would
there
be
you
a
go.
fun
Well, they used to do obviously the
Pro Bowl.
the Pro
Yeah.
Bowl, but they don't anymore. Yeah, you maybe like a North Dakota would be kind of funny.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
for their stadium sucks.
I know, but I'm just saying, like if it was a
Yeah.
place like to market
Somewhere where people don't ever get to see professional football. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Cool.
okay.
Utah.
Okay, so here's
Oregon
another one.
would be
So
cool.
here's
Montana,
let me give you an
that'd be
interesting stat about Ohio State right now.
They don't
Their
play
first
anybody this
4
year.
games, okay, they're allowing 5.5 points a game. 7 points against Texas, right? Grambling had 0. Ohio, Miami had 9. Washington had 6. 5.5 points right now is what their averaging opponents are scoring. That's a crazy defense. Do you think they're going to be able to maintain this all year? What are you punting or are you going for it?
No.
I'm punting it just because they haven't played anybody.
Yeah.
It will equal out. I mean, they have a great defense. Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, the Matt Patricia and the Caleb Downs and
yeah.
all that. They have a very, very skillful defense, and we've talked about that. But they haven't played anyone. And the team that they have played, Texas kind of really hasn't lived up to what Texas is supposed to be this year. So that also plays into a little bit of a factor. They haven't started Big Ten play.
They start this week.
They haven't played, the Oregons or the Penn States yet.
They played Minnesota this week, which they're not great either. I guess you could say it's a bigger test than the other teams they've played, but Illinois in 2 weeks is their one big test before.
Yeah.
And
obviously
Illinois
Penn
lost
State
by
and Michigan.
almost. I know they won against USC, but they lost to a ranked team by almost 40 points when they were the 9th ranked team in the
Indiana,
country.
I think.
So I don't trust them in that. Yeah, look, Ohio State I think is going to be a bubble in or a lock for the playoff for as long as they're in the
NIL
Big
is a
Ten.
thing?
As long as Their defense is very good, though. They have a lot of talent, so it doesn't surprise me that number, honestly, that number should be that.
It should.
With who they have played.
Yeah, it's like, shit.
So, yeah, like, I hope that's what that number is, but that is really, when you say 5.5 points, that's
I wonder if, like, the end of the season will be, like, 15
Well,
points
if you want
average.
a crazy stat, go ahead and look at Georgia's defense from the first national championship that they won. Or it was, I guess you could say the second one, too, but it was the first team. That core defense, I'm pretty sure they allowed like maybe 9 points a game for the entire year.
And that was before NIL too. So
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me looking at it. It should be that with the talent you have, but only time will tell. It'd probably be around 10 points though when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Which is damn good.
On average, yeah.
It's damn good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stay in the Big Ten, actually. So I don't know if you saw, but Michael Cohen put out his top 18 in the Big Ten. Oregon, number 1. First of all, huge win for the Ducks going into the whiteout.
Yeah.
Dylan, you were wrong. You guessed it the other way. Dawson,
I don't blame you for picking.
We had the Ducks.
Penn State, though.
I am done. Penn State is never going to be able to find a quarterback, but Aller is dog shit, dude. Like, he's so bad.
Yeah, but the Ducks went into a hostile environment.
Oh, Ducks.
Oh, yeah.
It's an Oregon Ducks story for
Heck
sure.
yeah. And, Dawson, we've got some Ducks fans that watch our podcast.
Yeah, we do. And, I'll give you guys your flowers, too. I think you guys went in to...
Dan Lanning's a great coach.
And
he's awesome.
I'm not going to say it, but boy, he looked like he was on something at the end of that game. So that was pretty funny. And it just like looking around the stands. It was...
Wired out of
that
his
was
mind.
making me laugh. No, I think Oregon going into... Penn State, whiteout, all the hype, night game...
Ranked, Penn State was like 2 or 3.
And then going into overtime where you shouldn't have gone to overtime, but being able to come out on top, even, letting the crowd back into it and just everything.
Yeah. It was 17-7, I think.
And
right?
I truly really like, now I know people are going to say, well, they should be good. They have unlimited money and unlimited. Yeah.
Thanks, Nike.
Okay, cool. I understand that, but you still have to go out and play the games with your players. I really like their coach. I think their quarterback wasn't the best, but he
played better than Aller.
Played better than a fifth-year senior, so that was encouraging.
I think Aller's going to take the Carson Beck path and go to Miami after this.
I don't know if he's got any more because he came back. We were.
I thought
should he go to the NFL or should he come back?
As many years as you want.
Now I understand why people in his ear said you should go back to college.
Yeah, now people are probably saying, "Go for your master's."
Go for your PhD.
So listen.
But no, Oregon, I give you guys, I do give you your flowers. You still have to play Ohio State. I don't know exactly when that game is, and that will be the next one for me circled for them, just because I don't think the Big Ten is top to bottom the best, and it's really going to come down to the
funny thing.
Penn State,
So
they don't play each other. Oregon and Ohio State have to meet in the playoffs. Really? Yep. Oh, great schedule making Big Ten. Oh, thank God.
We got a shout out too for the Ducks, right? Because we got to get some Duck stuff here in the studio.
It's okay, Big Ten.
I know. Yeah,
I see the vision.
What is it? It's Kevin and my aunt.
Well,
Shannon.
your uncle Kevin.
Yes, they
Aunt
are
Shannon.
huge Duck fans. So if you
huge
want
Ducks fans. They were at a game a couple weeks ago.
We will put it up on the wall. I still have a terrible towel here, so I really don't care.
You get to Oregon.
What team you are? I will.
The Ducks are sweet.
We will find a spot.
That's right.
For
hey,
anything.
they got it done. I thought they'd get it done.
You guys got your flowers for going into that environment.
So, speaking of losses, though, weren't there like 4 top 10 losses in college football this weekend?
Mm-hmm. There were some big matchups.
Georgia shit the bed.
Yeah, Georgia.
I think there were like 3 or 4 top 10 losses.
Yeah.
I'd have to go look. So,
but top 10 losses to teams that were also very highly ranked.
But still, true, very true.
Back on Oregon and Ohio State not playing each other, though. I see what you're doing, Big Ten, and it's God. You want to say that Big Ten is way better than the SEC? Then put your best teams against each other every year, like what we do. Like that's a joke that Oregon and Ohio State don't play each other this year.
Yeah. Well, they have 18 teams in their conference though too, but okay.
That's stupid.
So let's change this up, you guys. Let me throw in your generation here a little bit. So EA, right? I don't know if you saw this, but Electronic Arts was acquired for $52.5 billion by an investment group led out of Saudi Arabia. How do you feel about that? What do you think that's going to do to Madden and some of the games? Doss, you know what happens sometimes when private equity comes in to companies.
My only opinion on this, and I said it in our group chat when it happened, and people want to sit here and say that, no, they want to make good games and they want to do this and they want to do that.
No, they want money.
They sold. I don't think you understand how much money $55 billion is.
It's a lot of money.
Like, that is an ungodly amount of money. And I go back to when they first made college football last year. They offered to pay the athletes $150 a piece to be in that game.
Oh, man.
And they just sold for $55 billion.
Someone do the math on that, on how much money it actually
anyone who tells me that they want to make good games and they care. They don't. And this just proves my point further. They don't care.
Nope.
They have always been about money, and they will always be about money, especially now. So that is my one take on that. I think it's terrible for all of it.
It is.
I think it's going to, we were joking, like, we're going to get a live PGA and we're going to get a live golf and all this stuff.
We're going to get a Sims Riyadh edition.
But $55 billion. That is an unholy, godly amount of money.
I'm taking the money too.
I mean, EA is the worst gaming company, probably. Yeah. Of the big titles, they're the worst.
So speaking of, it's hard to comprehend an amount. Okay, check this out. Pete Rose, okay, the hit king. Do you realize that if a player came in right now into the league and got a hit in 162 games, every game all season, for 26 consecutive seasons, still would have less hits than Pete Rose had in his entire career? They'd be 44 hits shy.
Actually,
the dude should be in the Hall of Fame. That's all I have to say. I don't know if you agree, disagree. I have one last thing to say about baseball before we go on. But what do you think?
I'm on the fence that, I mean, we've talked about it with our Cincinnati fans. I think if the Hall of Fame ever comes calling, you give them the fattest middle finger ever.
I think that's
probably what's gonna happen. And then you make a Pete Rose Hall of Fame yourself, and you make a Pete Rose museum with his estate, and then you just say, fuck the MLB. This guy's a part of his own history. There's no reason that with all of the guys back then, and I get it, he was gambling. He was betting on himself to win. Well, ironically, that's probably the most, I guess, not the worst image. You're betting on yourself to win. You're not betting on your unders and throwing games. Well, I mean, he knew he was great, and he was like, all right, I could probably get 4 hits today.
Make some extra money off.
So we haven't talked much about baseball, though, but I will say, because the playoffs obviously started this week, but you do realize now there's only 2 teams that have ever had literally a payroll over $300 million. Only 2 times in history now has a team not made the postseason. And that would be the 23 Mets and the 25 Mets. So
I love it. It's awesome.
You gotta love it.
As an Atlanta fan,
the Mets.
I hate the Mets. So to me,
so funny.
I know we didn't make it, and I know, you're just, you guys have sucked the past couple of years. So I love it. You guys suck. You guys will always suck, no matter who you sign.
Dude. And Pete Alonso's gone now. I
mean, he didn't even have the eye black off, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm opting out of my contract."
So anyway, listen, I know baseball's coming. We'll talk more about it, but let's move on, guys. That's all I got for Fourth and Long this week. Let's get into NFL Week 5 preview.